Hey guys, All American Critic, back at you with another review. Today we're going to be talking about Blood Sea. Now, Blood Sea is a pretty short series. I found it very enjoyable. It's definitely, until I saw the last series that I'm going to talk about for my horror gore month, which I have seen prior to making this video. It was definitely the goriest anime I had ever seen. So if you're squeamish about blood and like people getting dismembered and stuff like that, probably shouldn't watch this show. But if you're like me, you really don't really mind that stuff. This show has that, and it has a whole lot more because the plot is pretty entertaining, and the characters are okay. They're pretty good, and the show looks nice, and it's not too long. So, in short, if that's all you want to hear about the show, go watch it, definitely. But we'll go into a little more detail now. Story-wise, it was pretty entertaining. It's about like this girl Saya, and she is your typical kind of high school girl at first, you think, but she sort of lives this like double life. She's the daughter of the village like priest. And she kind of dresses up like Kikyo from Inuyasha at times, if you've ever seen Inuyasha, which is one of my favorite shows, which I kind of liked. So when she's at home, she dresses like Kikyo, and then some nights she has to go out and fight these weird creatures called Elder Barons. And they're called Ancient Ones in the sub, which they should have just gone with Ancient Ones in the dub. I don't know why they went with Elder Barons. Probably because the mouth flaps, I guess. I don't know. But, so she fights these Elder Barons, and they're these, like, really powerful things, and, any normal schoolgirl would easily get killed, and, mute the television. Any normal schoolgirl would definitely get killed, but, she doesn't. She fights them badass with, like, this sword, and she has these, like, sort of, like, hidden powers that you don't really get explained fully to you until like later on in the series, and I don't want to spoil it because the series has some twists and turns in it that are really awesome and really enjoyable. But so yeah, she's able to fight these things, and she's really badass at those times. Other times she's kind of annoying and really really ditzy. Not like as annoying as Abel Knight Road and Trinity Blood, but pretty annoying. Character-wise, she's okay. The side characters aren't really developed that well. There is a twist in the story that kind of makes you look at the characters differently. Again, I don't want to spoil that too much, but after that moment, the characters get a little more tolerable as the story is more explained to you. So character-wise, it's okay. Presentation-wise, the show is done by Production IG and Clamp. And if you know anything about Production IG, they brought us a little thing called Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, which is one of the most beautiful anime ever, especially for its time. And then another personal favorite of mine, Guilty Crown, which is one of the most beautiful anime I've ever seen. So that being said, the animation is really good. It looks really nice. The blood is really good. The action scenes are really good. The character designs are kind of varied. They're okay. The Elder Barons, the things that she fights, all look really cool. The dub is okay. The voice actors they chose are kind of like hit or miss. Saya is okay. I mean, she says a lot of like dumb stuff in either sub or dub. So you can't go too wrong with like either of them. So the opener is really really good. It's climbing up there to one of my favorite openers ever. It balances. It goes really well with the show because it shows like the balance of how dumb Saya is and then how cool she can be. So the closing song is also okay. It's not as memorable as the opener. Entertainment wise, I really like this show. It's short enough that I watched it pretty much in one day. And it's a little slow at the start, but once it finds that gas pedal, man, and it goes there, and then there's this really good twist in the story that I didn't really see coming at all, and there was a lot of like unanswered questions at first, and then like you make that turn, and then you're like, oh wow, that's why that is. The ending, I know I've seen some people online that weren't that happy with it, but there is a follow-up movie that I also watched called Blood-Sea: The Last Dark, and that ties it up pretty well. It's not like a perfect movie. I think they could have done some stuff a little better, but it ties it up nicely. So it actually has an ending. So I like that. Overall, I really enjoyed Blood-Sea. And I think it was a good pick for this month. And if you like blood and gore and any of the stuff that I just talked about, definitely check it out. If you like Blood: The Last Vampire or Blood, I always call it Blood Positive, but Blood Plus, I guess, I don't really know the right way to say it. If you like those anime, you'll definitely like this one. I'm pretty sure it's by the same people. So, and the main character's name is also Saya. So I mean, that's kind of not a creative thing right there, because it's definitely like different universes a little bit. Because this Saya is definitely not the same Saya, at least I don't think, from Blood Positive. But whatever. But yeah, so I liked it. My overall grade, I would give Blood-Sea, and I kind of wish I didn't have to say this. Blood-Sea is a C+. And no, I didn't mean to have any weird joke there. That's just the score that I came up with. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought of Blood-Sea, and tell me what's the goriest anime you've ever seen. Have I already talked about it? And just to tell me, don't spoil too much, but also what was the biggest anime twist that you experienced? Just sort of like name the anime. Don't tell me what the twist was, because hopefully I'll be able to check that out in the future. As always, guys, comment and subscribe, and check out my blog page on WordPress for more in-depth reviews written out. And check out Monday Night Vlogs. I'm going to be shooting another video right after this, where I'm going to talk about Corpse Party as I finally wrap up. Been really, really busy lately doing this, and amongst other things, finishing up Horror Gore Month. So yeah, thanks guys, and this is the All American Critic, signing out.